Is it recording? Is it recording? I can't tell because this doesn't have a flippy stream. Yep, it is. Okay, so this is a proof of concept test for Java Jabber as suggested by my buddy. I have my cup of Java right here. Okay, so this essentially is the third episode, but it wasn't called Java Jabber before. Okay, so basically I'm going to be talking about stuff that happened the previous day, which was 3/14, and for everybody that's a nerd, that's Pi Day. I did have pie yesterday. It was an apple Dutch pie given to me by my mother-in-law. Thank you so much, Betty. It was delicious, very delicious. Also, notable things that were on the news, Stephen Hawking, one of the smartest persons in the world, has passed away. If you don't know who he is, Google it. Cut that out. If you don't know who he is, just watch that movie with Eddie Redmayne, something about the stars. It was a good movie. Told you about his life story, albeit a bit skewed to his favor. I read some articles online stating that he wasn't as peachy as it was portrayed in the movie, or he was portrayed in the movie. Also notable yesterday, Toys R Us is closing, or they were reported in closing all their stores across the United States, at least. And that's sad. It's sad news. Again, I'm saying the I've fallen out of Toys R Us. I've stopped by there every so often, but I have noticed in the last, I don't know, 2 years or so that their selections have been lacking. It's easier to go online and find stuff easier, find stuff, certain particular toy. Buying video games there wasn't really much of an incentive for me, since I get a ton of points from Best Buy, and I can in turn use those points to buy other products, electronics really, at Best Buy, and games. Since I got the Gamers Club package at Best Buy, which is $30 for 2 years, it's a good deal because you get 20% off all new games, and you get double points. So it's good rewards if you buy more than like 5 new games a year. So I haven't bought a game there, even though they had like the buy one half off specials, because the stuff that they had on sale was, I'll say utter garbage, but it wasn't compelling enough for me to buy. The only reason why we've been to Toys R Us was because of Babies R Us, and it was next door to each other or in the same space, and seeing that I have a soon-to-be 1-year-old, that's the only reason why we've been there a lot lately. And we're actually going to go later and spend the rest of our gift cards, because who knows what they will have. I mean, we don't want to waste that money, or however much we have on gift cards for Toys R Us, Babies R Us. And yeah, it's a sad passing of a retail giant, but I think they couldn't keep up with the times. I wouldn't say Amazon was the big reason why they're closing. I think I read another article that they've been in debt even before Amazon was like a force in selling stuff. And Walmart and Target also, I think, contributed to them falling or failing. I think with that debt, they just couldn't invest in themselves, hiring better employees, or hiring more employees anyway, and updating their retail outlets. So in any case, that's sad that they're going. Yeah. And then other news, aside from Pi Day, there's a couple more other things that happened yesterday. I just can't remember off the top of my head. I'm going to have to make a list, talking points. Again with the I gotta stop with the Jesus. So the concept for this is I'm gonna have my cup of coffee in my Maine mug. I got this from Maine, big 16-ounce cup. Talk about stuff that happened previously, and other things on the news. we finally got caught up on This Is Us. We saw the season finale. It was a tearjerker. I think I like where the show is headed, because before they focused on the past and the present, and I think since maybe the second episode, since they came back from Vegas, maybe even the first episode, they showed the future, which was Randall's daughter became a social worker, or she paired up kids and families and stuff. And I think the next season, which I'm really excited for, is going to head in that direction, because I think they kind of closed out that story arc with what happened with Jack, how he died, and I think the triplets have kind of come to pass with that in the teasers, by the way, in the final episode. So I was skeptical at first when my wife said, let's go watch the show, and I was like, okay, whatever. But I got hooked from the first episode on, and I love it. I still have to catch up on Designated Survivor, which was played last night, but I had some other stuff to do, so I gotta go watch it later today. I'm kind of mixed with how this season has went. I still like the show, but I'm not hopeful that it will be back next season. I don't know if it is renewed up or picked up. I love Jack Bauer as the president of the United States. I know he's not Jack Bauer, but Kiefer Sutherland will and always be Jack Bauer. Some of the additions they had this season, I think, was just for comedic purposes. But overall, I still like the show. Too bad The Brave didn't get picked up. I love that show, and I'm hoping that Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. gets another season, even though they're treating this last few remaining episodes as closing out all story arcs and moving on. They're acting like they're not going to get picked up. Hoping they would. Yes, those are my main shows that I'm watching right now, outside of Top Gear. Grand Tour just ended on Amazon. I love that show. I know in the news lately, the Daily Mail, I think, tweeted that or reported that they might not get picked up. They're currently filming the third season, and Jeremy's like, that's hogwash, don't believe them. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it's made Amazon money, so it'll be foolish for them not to renew them, at least for another year or two. The new Top Gear, post-Clarkson era and post-Chris Evans era, is better. I don't know, it's still not the same. I guess I'm just a fan of Clarkson, Hammond, and May. And I do like Matt LeBlanc, Chris Harris, and Rory Reid, with the splashes of Sabine Schmidt. Very good. But again, you can never have too many car shows. At least for me, it's great. And even Top Gear America, which Top Gear US, I've warmed up to. The first iteration with Adam, Tanner, and the other guy, the guy with the beard. In the last 2 seasons they've had, I love them. I mean, they finally gelled together, and then they got booted. They got canceled. And now the new ones. Let's see when the new season starts, and I'm going to see how their rapport is. So anyway, that's the topics for today. This is just a proof of concept, so I don't know. I'm filming with my Pentax right now, so I don't even know how this looks. All right, later.